Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to start the meeting at 7:07 in the lovely town of Capitol Heights. Today is the 11th. Okay, 11th of June. Okay, so TA, okay, I'll just go ahead and call the roll. TA Ren, you haven't heard from anybody? We have a quorum. Okay, all right. Councilman James.
Councilman Amanda. and
Councilman James.
Amanda will be late.
Mayor Pro Tem Chu,
Here.
Councilwoman Ford,
Here,
Mayor here. Okay,
Councilwoman Ford.
yes, ma'am.
I just want to state that Councilmember Anita and Councilmember Amanda, we contact the mayor and council to let us know that they will be,
Contacted you.
they text.
Okay. To say what now, Councilman Ford?
That they are arriving on.
Can you show me how to make copies of this?
All right. So the meeting rules, there's no one
I'll
here.
read it.
It's a special
I can read it.
session. Okay, go ahead.
While she does this, can you make copies, just one,
All right.
two, three, whatever, how many, four? Is Ms. Audroy in there?
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna just speak out loud.
yes,
So the
ma'am.
mayor, okay, rules for speaker. The mayor and council invite and welcome comment at public meetings. The mayor and chair will recognize you. Please introduce yourself at the podium. Spell your last name for recording purposes and give the names of your street and block number. Example, 4300 block of 34th Street. Time limits for speaking are indicated on the meeting agenda. While speaking, please maintain courteous tone and avoid personal attacks. If you wish to lodge a complaint about the performances or conduct of any town employee, please bring your concern to the attention of the town administrator who will look into the matter and respond to it. As a courtesy to other residents and businesses, the council requests that speakers not use specific addresses or name of individuals when describing a situation or making a complaint, unless the name or address is essential to an understanding of the situation or complaint. Notice the blocks referred over a specific address. Code enforcement and public safety issues should first be brought to the attention of the appropriate department. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so, do we have some public comments?
I do not see anything.
Okay, well, let's get to the budget and tell us what we got.
And he's making copies right now.
All right.
So what do you have?
Speech now, okay?
Okay, so there's two parts to this.
Which-
Am I missing something? What?
Huh?
No.
Oh, you
You're
got
missing
some
this.
paperwork?
This right there. So just,
That's mine.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
you can get it. I'm sorry.
There you go. No, that's okay. So we have our new one. So this one right here, this is the balance, the budget is balanced, everything is in order. I take it into consideration, hopefully, of everything that was
Okay, she gets one.
Or
This is
given.
mine. This is mine.
given. So what I,
This is one for
this is all,
everyone.
yeah, one for everybody. Do you have one?
Uh-huh.
You have one?
I got one. Okay.
Councilmember Amanda and Councilmember, Anita.
There's several, there's several here.
Okay.
So what I'm requesting is that, for you guys to review, the, expenditures, to make sure that this is agreeable to you. There's no more changes.
Okay.
This is based on the last, discussion that we've had.
Okay.
I just don't want to make sure that we don't change anymore, because it's, any numbers that change will end up having. But, with that, but I'm sure you remember all of this anyways. So once we go through this, we also go through the, income section.
You have the old one?
Right, so the income section. That way you can sort of see where everything matches everything and how the numbers came about. Here's the copy of the income. There you go, ma'am. The latest version. This is the latest one. Oh, yeah. And then with that being said, once this is completed, I will input all of these numbers into a template that I have to redo, because I did reach out to our neighboring, municipalities, see how they did theirs. However, their information is very different than ours.
Okay.
So then I basically redid it based on our information. And for some reason, and that's yours, it's like the computer, whatever it is not working, but I managed to get a portion of it for you guys. So I would like to go through our numbers first, just to make sure the numbers are exactly what you all are looking for. So the first one, the smallest that you see, is the, income or the revenue. May I pass that over there to guys tonight? And then the larger sheet you see is expenditure, because I want to make sure that you guys see all your expenditures.
First, this is revenue, this is expenditure.
Oh, yeah, revenue and expenditure,
So we're gonna look at the little one.
whichever you prefer to look at first. The expenses are based on the information, that you guys gave me last time.
And we shouldn't have to go over everything.
No,
Let's go-
no.
No,
Yeah,
no,
let's go over what we highlight. I mean, what we did last time.
okay, I'm
With
ready.
those, we should be
So,
able to
there was
say
an,
we're good and then be ready for the
Can't
16th.
give y'all a lot of time tonight.
Which is gonna be that old other, which is gonna be that old budget on the 16th, right?
Right.
yes.
For the hearing, right?
Yes.
And then we should be able to, tonight's budget should be able to get approved by the 30th, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Councilwoman Chu,
yes, ma'am.
I just have one question, for right now. On 41701, we have vacant lots.
Yes,
Can you tell me why? I know the actual is, we collected 74,000.
mhm.
Is this a ongoing, amount that we will continue each year? Or did we just collect back monies that was due to us? Because if we increase this by 80,000, and if we've already collected the back money on those vacant lots, and then people are up to date on their payments, then that means that this number, this $80,000 is too inflated. Right, so I don't know,
Can I-
how is the
Yeah.
lot, how is the?
May I mention up
Where
here?
is it coming from?
May I answer?
I'm just curious too.
May I answer?
Yeah.
So basically, we have about 120 vacant lots throughout the town of Capitol Heights. And the money that's coming from this is actually the ones, the violators. And we only, the number that you see is actually only just from 4 vacant lots. So we have a lot more to go. And again, this is just for the fiscal year 26. So therefore, like I said, yes, the answer to is, I don't know about annually, every single year. However, for the upcoming year, fiscal year 26, there will definitely be additional fee that will be paid for the vacant lots. Now, these vacant lots are not only the fines, but also the fees that we need to pay to the town. Some of these vacant lots have not paid their fees for years, and some have, however, they're in violation. Therefore, the number I inputted is not inflated, but basically based on what I anticipate will be for the year, fiscal year 26. And I actually did it very conservatively.
So that satisfy your,
Does that satisfy your question?
Yeah.
Because we have 120 vacant lots. Crazy, right?
so this number may be even a shortage.
Yeah, that'd be short, but like I think that Councilwoman Ford and then Councilwoman Amanda, I think as Amanda Chu said, we'd rather go kind of slow or conservative on the numbers. And then if we have more, that's great, but we don't want to have,
Right.
a shortfall. Did everybody have a copy of the, okay, so what I just said before Councilwoman, yeah, I'm gonna give you one of these. Here you go. This put for number 3. This is the, exhibit number 3. But that, no, do you have a copy of that? You have a copy of that?
No, I don't have a copy.
No, I think you're- Oh, sorry about that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's what
I don't
happened.
have it. Here you go. Here you go. No. Who doesn't have a copy right now of this?
Oh, no.
Four?
Oh, 4, you don't have a copy.
Yeah, she does.
Okay, so right now, what we're going through, do you guys need a moment to, yes, on the paperwork,
No,
Okay.
okay, for you to go for.
So basically, I was able to balance the expenses
So,
based on,
you know, expensive or revenue?
well, you said the small one. You wanted to go with the small one, you said. You said, let's go with the small one. That's what you said, so I
Yep, yep.
follow suit. So on the small ones, as you can sort of see, we are still in surplus, not deficit. Comparing basically the actual fiscal year 25 versus the expenditure on, fiscal year 25 actual. And with that being said, all the expenditures that was added on in addition. So for example, council member having 2,500 versus 15, that's been allocated. However, certain areas I had to decrease the amount And that will be at Capitol Heights. Instead of 30,000, I made 25 in order for the numbers to balance. And then I also lower some of the costs that Mega Super had requested. In particular, I'll just tell you what these are.
Oh, these are.
Let's go to police department. Because we don't need to go through the whole thing again, but I just want to make sure. So I lowered, for example, their capital outlay. I lowered their, what's it called?
Is this for next year?
Yeah, this is for next year, because the actual in the budget is already set.
Right.
That's done. That is what it is. And then basically in terms of the police department, I lowered their, hold on, let me just get to that area and I can tell you. Yeah, we're in expenses right now. Yeah, I dropped the, for example, where he asked. I know, I'm
For
sorry.
the future.
It needs to be bigger, right?
Hard time with last.
Yeah, I understand. I apologize. Sometimes, okay, so for example, training was dropped down to 15,000 instead of 20,000. Because as you can see, they only use up $6,000.
Yeah.
So we don't need to go 20. So we say 5,000 right there. In terms of uniform, we kept it at 15,000. In terms of ammunition, we dropped it from 20,000 to 10,000. In terms of, what's it called, what is that thing? Fingerprinting, we kept it the same. And then, what we also lowered was $1,000, what's it called? I'm supposed to, the weapon, we went from 10,000, back down to 5,000, which is, 55004. So majority of the thing was just basically, and as I explained to, Chief Megasuba, I said, these are the amount that we're gonna put in temporarily. If you should see, they will require to increase, then we will do so. I also lowered their, salary expectation, down to 890,000. So that also gave us a little bit of saving. And then, furthermore, their original, gas electric was at 7,000. I dropped that down to about 1,000 because their bill is only $300, $400, $500. So there was no need for it to be so high. Yes. And then it says electricity PD.
Yes.
I dropped it down because I think there's some numbers. I don't know why it's those here, but my computer's different. It's actually, sorry, I apologize. It's my fault. 55031, the water sewer should be 1,000. And then the electricity should be 5,000. That was my mistake.
It's 1,000.
Yeah, but I just reversed it. Reverse the 1,000 with the 5,000.
Oh, flip that.
Yeah, flip it.
Okay.
Because as you can see, their water sewer was only $444.
Yeah.
There's no need to go 5,000.
I see.
That was 1,000. It was just flip. May I borrow this?
Yeah.
Now, come here.
Sure. Sure. Oh, sorry.
Go. Go ahead.
Once the building, the new construction, we're gonna put solar panels back on that building, right?
Which building?
Police.
Police department.
Police department has solar panels on top? I'm not aware of that.
I'm not aware of that either.
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, so it's just solar panels on this,
Yeah.
but are we gonna put solar panels, that will help bring down the steep cost?
That will be up to Mayor and Council.
Why, it's free to this area, because we're on the grid.
Okay, it's you guys decide on. I didn't really come for that here.
Okay, I thought it had solar since.
Okay.
This one had solar.
Okay, so, and then going down, now Ms. Manager say, well, how did you find the shortfall for $200,000, $300,000? I actually found out that basically expenses such as, in the revenue section, if I may go to the revenue section, Ms. Amanda, the reason we were able to do this is because I didn't know that some of these grants are actually operational grants. So what does that include, for example? That will include the Vision Zero through speed reduction education. That will be the Vision Zero distracted driving, Vision Zero through accident protection, the TVRV, which is the government against gun violence. All that stuff is actually could be put into operational. So meaning right here, I've gained myself with that. Okay, that's 80. Hold on, 90,
That's what it should-
yeah, 160, 170,000.
Councilwoman Chu,
Right here.
Councilman Neal, you finished
I'm
with the
sorry.
board? Councilman Chu.
say, but those grants that you put in our operational budget is money in the bank? Or
Yes.
these anticipated?
No, these are money that basically, this is for fiscal year 26. These are the money that basically, like the FAP, they basically wire directly into your account for you to use. they're good.
They say 100%.
And remember, as you recall,
You just said it's for 2026, but so how?
yeah, but we're looking at the budget for proposed for 2026. We're trying to balance the budget for 2026. Because as you can see, I didn't put anything for fiscal year 25.
We haven't started. How do you balance a budget that we haven't started?
Well,
You have to balance it by June 30th.
yeah,
Yeah, so we just have to have a forecast for.
yes,
Okay.
Yes.
But your numbers have to balance.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and they do balance. Because what we're doing is we're proposing what 26 potentially
Twenty-five is
will be.
already balanced.
Yeah, it's
So
gone.
now we do
Right.
26.
So you're doing, so 26 has to match 25?
No.
No. So we're not balancing that. No. We're just basically matching.
It's a projected budget. I agree with you, but fiscal July 1, that's when you start using that budget. And it has to be balanced in order to use it. That's a government requirement. Federal's not that bad. Federal's doesn't have to be completely balanced, but ours does.
So what I'm requesting you guys is take a look at the proposed expenditure as well as proposed revenue. That's the two parts. And I also did take into consideration I dropped the number down for as per request, stop sign camera down to 120,000. And I dropped speed camera down to 200,000. And as you can sort of see, we're already at 172,000. So for us to estimate at 200,000 is not over the top. Not fair to say. Yes, go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
I'm
going-
sorry. I can't say anything.
That was fine. Yes, go ahead.
Just a question about the grants for the operational budget.
Yes,
So they're already allotted for
yes,
expenses.
yes.
So what expenses are they already allotted towards?
Any police activities that we would take into consideration, we can use these expenditures instead. So for example, anything to do with driving that they have with speed reduction, education, anything that's to do with basically occupant protection. There's a long list of these things that are things will qualify for, which we can utilize. It's the same situation with speed camera. We move that money into, for example, the police department. Then we take the portion out from their salaries, for example, and move it out to general expenditure. It's just moving of the funds.
So we'll have $32,000 worth of spending in distracted driving to do that.
This is this is 32,000 is for the first one. We have several. We have the speed reduction education. So that's speed that's like the guns and so forth that they need to use. I think there was equipment that was allocated in chief's request. We can move some of that money. And like I said, they have a long list of items that will quantify and qualify us to be able to utilize. And what I was going to do is move, and not so crazy. I was going to move some of those funds once we get this into those accounts, so I can free up the accounts that originally we have allocated from general expense into basically our general expense. Does that make sense?
I think so, but wouldn't you need to know for sure that you have, if you're saying, because.
These amounts are being,
I can check.
okay,
So, if you're going to spend, and I may have the wrong understanding, but I'm assuming if you have a grant money that's coming in, they want you to spend it on specific things.
Yes.
You can't spend it on anything else but
of
that.
course.
So in order to make it balance out in the budget to move those funds out, you would need at least that amount spent in those specific areas. So wouldn't we need to know that and confirm that we're gonna have $32,000 worth of guns, equipment, or whatever else is on that list? $32,000 for distracted driving, whatever's in that list and approved. 32,500 for Vision Zero through occupant protection, whatever that is. Same thing with the CPR going down the list.
Okay.
So I don't want to see it to the point where we hope and assume we're going to, but if we don't, if we haven't really done analysis, we may have, which is what I'm kind of asking for clarity about. That would be able to really balance the budget.
Okay, so for these particular ones, right? So there's gonna be a long list of basically what you can and cannot use it for. And you're absolutely right. You can only use it with a specific allocated purpose. There's a keyword purpose. As you recall, the SAPP was specifically for public security and public security and safety. However, I was able to use it for our website. The reason being is because parts of that basically has to do with public security and public security. Because what it means is like when we do posting, emergency alerts and so forth, that is through our website. That is part of the public safety security. Therefore, we're able to allocate it. What I'm saying is that we can actually, depending on how it's noted, and some of these, like I said, grants are very loosely noted that allows the municipality to use it for specific purposes. Even the SAPP, for example, I can actually use it for public works, should it require, because the language of it, or even for a garden, well, they will call it juvenile, juvenile rehabilitation code. So I can even use the SAPP for that, even though it's specifically used for only security and safety. It's the language it's how you word it. I hope that makes sense.
So you have, I guess, have you identified exactly what those things are?
Well, I'm just basically waiting. Well, John has provided that information to you, and the answer is yes. I do have an understanding of where it's coming from. A lot of the equipment, a lot of the camera system, a lot of stuff that we would otherwise have to use our general expenditure for, I would take from here. Otherwise, the other option is very simple. You need to cut instead of 2,500 for council member fees, we cut it down back to 15, and with the cut other costs, like you said, capital high state, which I did cut already at 5,000. So it's like, I do believe we can use this fund, but if you want to feel more comfortable and safe, I totally get it. We can go back and cut costs on the other area,
No, it's not necessarily what I'm saying.
but that would be the only option.
When I'm saying, I'm just saying if I were to do the budget, I would, for my own peace of mind, would already pre-identify what falls in those already in our operating budget that we do all the time. So I know that that's covered under the grant. So that I'm certain that's freeing up our bottom line.
I understand what you're saying, and then these there, because it goes to the police department, I have not had a chance to basically, and my understanding is what I have understood from John. He basically explained the details and how basically I can actually allocate each of these things, but I do need to sit down with Chief Megasuba, which I have not had a chance to. It was capital I day, and then he's been sick, he's not been in the whole week. So I have to move forward, so this, this balance the budget to complete this process. But again, we can do another special session and go back to that again. Again, I'm just.
Balance this budget.
Yeah.
And again, we're gonna do this every 3 months.
Is that my question? Thank you.
Sorry. We do
And if
this,
something's off,
yeah,
that's why after the hearing, you can amend it, if you need to do something.
yes.
You got 2 weeks again. But for now, we need to balance this budget and be done. And then if we need to come back a day or two before the 30th and tweak it, that's 2 different things, but we need to balance the budget.
So for me, I would really appreciate it because what you see right now, the budget, the budget's budget, that's never gonna move. In terms of the actual, that's constantly changing. So we're constantly still getting expenses, we're still constantly getting, is it me?
No.
Okay, we're still,
That's, they're
okay,
coming from downstairs.
okay.
Downstairs is really bad.
Okay, but the actual is constantly moving and evolving. As we get more expenses, as we get more revenues, that number is gonna change. However, it does not change the fact that we're still in a surplus, not deficit. What I'm hoping you guys will go through today is the proposed expenditure as well as revenue. If you can lock that down, oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
If you can just lock that down, that would be great. Or otherwise, I would have to constantly go back and redo the numbers.
All right, this is getting, okay. We had numbers, we agreed to certain numbers last time we met, except for you, we can't keep redoing this.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying, we said what we needed to have changed. That's what we came to go through today. We're not trying to go through this whole budget again.
Amen.
Councilwoman.
Because and the numbers keep moving around. We can't keep doing that. So you want to tell us, unless somebody actually has them? I hear
I can
you.
tell you.
You can tell us
Yeah, I
what the
can tell you.
changes are?
Yes.
Okay. Mayor Pro Tem Schuman.
Do we have on the projected, budget for 2026, do we have the income that we're supposed to receive? Do we have that here on a line item or we have to wait until we get it. Remember that Todd said we're gonna still receive tax revenue or something
Yeah, so
for
right here.
June,
Right
for
here.
June.
It's
Or something like that.
Homes.
It's right here.
Right.
It's on here.
Right here, right here.
No,
That's
no,
what I
no, no,
allocated
no,
for.
it's a, no. It was one line. item.
Yeah, local income tax. You're talking about local income tax.
Right.
That's what Councilwoman Amanda has asked me last time.
10600.
And then, did you notice I wrote 500 versus 376?
Where
there's-
is it? Wait,
Uh,
wait,
line
wait.
item
406.
600.
40, maybe I'm.
First page.
Oh, okay.
So
40.
40600, local income tax.
Okay, okay.
That was the line item they were talking
Okay,
about.
yeah.
And remember Councilwoman Amanda said to me, it's like, well, it's only 276 now. Notice it's already increased again. We'll just keep on continuing because that's why I allocated 500K.
Okay.
Okay, and also there was another point that she also added, which you guys wanted to make sure. I lowered the stop sign even further than what you guys said. So the stop sign is at 200K now. Not stop sign, I apologize. The speed sign, the speed camera. The
No,
speed-
it's the stop sign, it's 120.
both I lowered it. And so in the speed camera, I went down, do you see it's 200,000?
Mhm.
However, we have already received 172,000. So it's not unfair to think that we potentially might hit 200,000. Okay?
I have a question.
Sure, ma'am. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Was it yield or something?
No, I just have a question,
Yes,
please. I just wanted to know,
ma'am.
Did you yield to?
Oh, yeah, I do.
okay, thank you. I just wanted to know, if, there is money, we never finalized it, there's money for your house left in this fiscal year.
Yeah.
And Councilwoman Ford's name. We do need to close on that too, not
Okay.
tonight, but, because that's still money we can use through the end of June, am I right? If it's available. Sure. I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay, thank you.
So, and also her motion lights.
Oh, I thought that was already accounted for in the motion.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure that just because I haven't received an invoice.
And this is my fault. No, I just gotta pick it up from Home Depot. That's all.
I just want to throw that in there just in case, you know, we don't miss
She
anything.
said she sent it in email, but you said you didn't get it.
No, I did not. You asked me the same day and I didn't have anything.
Okay,
But
thank
that's
you.
not unusual because Outlook is crazy. So, and also I dropped down the stop sign camera instead of like whatever I had before, 200, 250, whatever, it's 120. Just low it. And also, as you can see, our interest has also again increased. And then that's pretty much, and then again, I moved the operational, I'm sorry, I moved, apologize, my line item is, for example, 42532, 42533, 42534, 42531.
Oh, slow down. Trying to catch up.
Apology, I'm sorry, because people say they want to go home, so I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So,
Everything
all
that
the
says.
you
go back to bottom.
Okay,
is actually, I can use that for operational grant. So that means I don't have to pay it out if I get it. They just send it in.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I'm happy with that. And then, like I said, that's where I had additional funding, from the additional revenue. And then on top of that, I'm looking also, at our expenses. I did input everything you requested. Like I said, the changes I made mostly was for the police department. And then I did not move anything for the mayor and council.
Councilman Jim, could you summarize the revenue? Just summarize it, not a long statement, just summarize.
So the revenue, anticipated revenue for fiscal year 26 is $4.4275455 million. It's a 4% increase from our previous year, which is 4.2. Yeah, so it's not that much. And then also we are, in terms of fiscal year 25 actual, we are at 3.7 million, or 3.8 almost. And then our cost is, I'm sorry, revenue, and then 3.8, and then our expenditure is 3.5. So we have, you know, around 300,000 excess in terms of surplus. So we're very fiscal responsible.
Great.
And then I did keep your 1,000 for your garden, 1,000 for your committee, 2,500 in terms of for public council members. And I also added the line item for the mayor and council. Well, we changed it from mayor's travel expense to the council expense. And I put the money in there. I dropped the 5,000 instead of 6,000 for senior citizens and also youth activities. You don't have to go for fun. from 6 to 5, because you guys took the 1,000 to the garden to that. That's what, okay with that.
Yeah.
Please let me know if I missed anything else.
I don't hear anything about the speed hump, she said.
The speed humps will come out of SAPP. It might even be able to come out of the grants here. Because I think that you would fall into,
Years.
this one. Active protection,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But let me know if there's anything I'm missing. I will make sure I make the changes. If you're done with that, I will move on to the next section. That's what I missed, sure. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, which grant been operational budget?
Here is not, but here, I'll explain. The operational budget will be like section 42532, all the way down to 42530. Everything I noted as new from the second page.
So that's included in this bottom line number?
This particular number is not here, but this is where I'm going to the second part. Yes, it is. It is included in this number. That's correct. That is absolutely correct.
But it says does not include grant.
I apologize. I should delete that. Because what I did is I did a summation of this plus these three. My Excel spreadsheet. If you look at my formula,
Three or
it includes
four?
it. 4,427,545.05 is the amount
I'm
inclusive.
sorry, the 4 grants or 3 grants?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What about up top, that's 6.
No, up top is already on top.
So
I
this,
removed it.
this
Oh.
4.427 is including all the first page, the first part and second part of the second page, minus this and the last 5 for
The 4,427,545.05 includes everything all the way up to, basically where it says total for 43999.
them.
Plus, basically, the grants I just noted, the 5 grants I just noted. Great.
You said the same thing.
Yes, I want to make sure that I said it correctly and
So
I didn't hear it incorrectly. Sorry about that.
Thanks for you.
Now, does anybody else have a question?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, you're supposed to share. I apologize.
Yes,
I'm so sorry.
like the grants that you just got, or you all announced on Monday night, going for their speaks, with that night, so I don't see that on.
Those grants, I'm sorry, yeah, because the reason being is, because remember, it's been allocated. I mean, sorry, it's been selected, but we haven't received the funds. And none of the grants we're gonna be able to put into our operational expenditure for funds.
Exactly. Are you? Thank you for that.
So, may I go to the next section? So the
Yeah.
next section, oh, sure, of course.
So just to the, so all of the ones at the bottom, you're saying, that's when they,
Yeah.
you're putting it on the expense.
Yes, yeah, onto revenue.
So we put it on the expense, so it can be balanced out, so.
It is.
That's
Yeah, yeah. The revenue comes in, to the revenue section,
Mhm.
and the expenditure section is basically where you're using that money from different places.
So it's listed.
Yeah, it's all here. Yeah.
And the expenses.
Yes, the expenses. But what I'm saying is, when this money goes into the revenue section, right? So then that there you have a amount of 4 point, whatever I just said. 4.2, 4.4, is the revenue that's coming in. The 4.4 right here, the revenue, the 4.4 revenue that's coming in. So we're gonna use that money and to disperse it through our expenses. So some of these, as Councilwoman Amanda said, we will use some of this instead of our own town money. We'll use them instead to replace it. Okay, can somebody,
So
I think I'm
that's like,
explaining.
is it going to be in the,
I'm sorry,
I can't hear.
I'm sorry.
So in the expense part, so we're gonna reflect that in the expense.
Yeah, we're gonna reflect it on when we don't use our money for basically the expenditures. So I'll give you an example. We take the money from our, for example, speed camera. We take, say, $10 and we put it into the salary of the police department. We put in $10 there and we take out $10 and we use it somewhere else. It might be your speed hump. That's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, if I could follow that, I'm sorry. So how would it be shown here? So that but then we have to do a reappropriation. You can't just move that, right?
No, I'm just saying, we would do the reappropriation as needed. So for example, what I'm trying to say is, This particular part is just balancing the budget for basically revenue and also expense. In terms of how you utilize the funds, when it's short or over, what we do is do, like you said, resolution to move the money around. This just shows you that we're gonna spend 4.4 million, we have 4.4 million to spend. That's all.
Okay.
And how you use it in between, it's like how you use it, like you give me $10. I said, okay, Joy, you only have $10. That's all you get. You can buy whatever you want, but it's gotta be within $10. And I say, well, you know what? I'm gonna buy some bread, I'm gonna buy some candies, or I can switch that around. But the result is still the same, 10 and 10. I have
So
$10.
it's down here for the grants, it's
Yes,
down here for the grant and
Yes.
income, and we already have the police department.
yes.
I mean,
So that's what
it's
goes,
over
yeah,
here.
yes,
So when it comes in,
yes.
I guess you reflect that it's coming over. It's
Yeah.
set. We're gonna put it where?
We're gonna put it
It's
in.
gonna
the-
reduce it
Well, yeah,
here.
we're gonna do, when it comes in, we'll reduce it on the section for the police department, whatever counterparts to it.
So if you're doing that, you have to reappropriate funds to do that.
But this is, we will have to reappropriate if we need to. But what I'm saying to you at this point in time,
How is it reflected?
well,
So
like-
more, would this
Okay.
revenue now reflect more than what's?
no,
It should
no,
balance
no,
out.
it balances, it has to balance. And here, I'm gonna say this like this, okay, how about this?
I'll wait until you
When,
go.
when the bill comes in, for example,
Mhm.
he doesn't need to, for example, if it's cameras, we don't need to use a line item that is actually for, our general expenditure. We can
Okay.
just use a line item specifically, for example, we could just use 42532. So we don't even have to reappropriate. It would just go directly from that expenditure.
Mhm.
So then we don't have to reappropriate. It's
So
actually,
anytime we're changing it, then a reappropriation will be needed, right?
anytime we change any numbers that from one line item to another, yes, absolutely. But what I'm saying to you is when the bill comes in, when the Ajwa gets the bill, we just put it into a specific line item that it should go into. So it might not even need to go to the
Right.
police department, and then we have to move them, then that's taken out, and then we have to move the money, put it back into that. We don't need to do all of that.
You only reappropriate if you move it from another category.
What is
I
it
think so.
exactly? I understand.
Mhm.
What is it exactly? Yeah, you did. I understand everything you said.
Okay,
So I'm just trying to see what
So
will
maybe you
make
can say that
someone
different.
more comfortable
Could you give an
and
example?
give it another way. What is it you don't understand?
Cause I wanna know.
So-
What were you?
For clarity,
Yeah.
I was asking, so when it comes, this is already in here. So this income is right here. So we added this income into the police here to balance it. Because if this is, okay, I'm sorry, this is proposed right here.
yeah, yeah.
And so if this is this total here, where will we see that on the proposed expenditure?
He's saying on the set.
Yes, when the bill come in, it will go into appropriate line item.
Well, where, she wanna know where.
No, well, so what I'm saying, so if
What
it's,
category?
Yeah,
okay, I didn't look at this, so maybe my question was, did we put this on the expenditure? That was my question.
that's the revenue that's gonna come in, and that's expenditure that's gonna be used for. So when the invoices come in, depending on the category,
You see what we
Yeah.
saying?
I think she's saying.
What Ford saying?
No, what Joy's saying.
Yeah, I understand what she's saying.
it really depends on which category.
Follow her.
So you're gonna put it, so what you're saying, you're gonna put it where we gonna use it, where you think we want to use it?
Yes, so I'll give you an example, the CPP is there for 93,000, right? So you're gonna come and with your crosswalk, instead of dipping money into our general expenditure for that, like capital expenditure, we're not gonna do that. We're going directly into SAP, says, this is the line item, this is the money I'm taking it out. So you're not even you don't even need to reappropriate. Is that?
That makes sense.
I understand.
So,
We still have to reappropriate because we changing amount.
It's the same
No.
category. Ford, how can you reappropriate if you come from something else?
Oh, you want to yield the floor for Councilman Chu? Okay.
Yeah, so what she's saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, so what she's saying is on the expenses, we will have it listed as budgeted now, right? So we will have the $32,000 here on the budget. As we use it, it will then come on the actual. And then, because it has its own line item, tell me, I don't know, this is what I'm getting at.
yes,
So
I understand what you're saying.
it has its own line item, so on expenses now, we have that grant money here.
It will be
And then
reflected.
as we use it, it shows up on the actuals, and then it'll show at the end of the year whether we used it all
Yes.
or whether we still have a surplus of the the funding. Is
Yes,
that correct?
that's correct.
Okay.
That is correct. That is actually correct.
Show me, this, so the nine numbers.
But
So-
right now,
So it's in there,
in terms of revenue, right now, that's what it is. What
Okay.
Audra needs to go is go back into the QuickBook and add the expense lines. So when it comes in, she will
But that
add
is
the
not-
line items.
it's,
Okay, no.
so that's what I'm saying, I don't
No,
understand.
no, I was just
So
trying
don't
to
say,
say,
don't you understand, it's
She
just,
don't
it's not
see
here,
it.
right?
She
I
don't
understand,
see it.
but what I was trying to explain is.
You talking about like-
So it still wouldn't be balanced, I still would be, how would it be balanced if we have all this extra and it's not even here? Where is it balanced?
No, but that's for
Is that-
2026, not 2025.
And
So
also,
Twenty
for example,
twenty-six, I'm looking at.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So where is that revenue reflected in here?
2020.
How is it balanced? Where is it now? If it's not here right now, where is it?
But your expense is the floor, and you didn't yield right.
Yeah, right, because I'm thinking your expenses, our expenses is only gonna be for 2025.
no, it's
No,
not 2026.
Oh,
We're in 25
We're
now.
proposing what 26 is to be.
Right.
That's why instead of having $1,500 as your expenditure, you're now gonna have 2,500.
Oh, so it means.
I understand what she's saying, yeah.
So it needs to be.
Councilman, yeah.
Okay.
You can yield floor.
I yield.
I yield, sorry.
Who, you took it, I thought, okay,
Four.
Ford,
I
oh,
yield.
you took, okay. Well, she yielded for your answer. Ford, you still want the floor?
No, everybody's
She understand,
clear.
yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's clear.
Councilman
Because I can
Davis.
explain myself clearly.
Yeah, right.
No, everybody wasn't clear because it's not on here.
Okay, that's what I was about to,
So it's clear.
put emphasis on.
All right.
So what you're saying, Councilwoman Ford, you want to see the revenue migrated over to this expenditures, right? Into the 2026, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
But the thing is, I
Okay.
was, if it's balanced
Is it?
now, where is it?
Yeah, I got you.
I understand.
Yeah, okay, I see what you, okay. I yield.
Audrey, you understand, right? You have a look. Okay,
I'm
I'll
sorry,
explain.
I'm crazy.
It's all-
I'll explain to her. No problem.
Oh, okay.
No, I understand what everybody.
I understand what she's saying.
Ford is saying for clarity purposes. I understand what you're doing, but she's saying for clarification, when you look at a budget, it should just be right there in front of you.
Okay.
Thank you.
For my purposes, I just want you guys to confirm these final numbers, if they're,
That's like saying, when you do the budget, if Councilman Ford, Chu, and it doesn't matter, if they have to ask you questions that you take 10 minutes to explain, then that means that budget is not explanatory when you first look at it.
okay,
That's where she's going, as far as I'm
I
concerned.
understood.
Because if you weren't here, she would look at that, and maybe all of, I'm just making this up, and saying it, all of us would be saying, well, how does this work?
Okay,
You understand?
I do.
You can answer it, but the budget should be transparent
Of
to
course.
a resident.
And that's what the second part was.
It should be, you know what I'm saying? It should be transparent to a resident. That's all.
I
I think that's
understand,
what
I
she's saying.
understand. I understand what you're saying, and then that's why, for me, I just hope that you guys can look at these numbers, because we went through several rounds on these numbers. So you're okay with that?
Where are we now? Okay.
Okay, so there's no, like, any other
Okay,
question?
we're already on the
Same with the,
expenses.
well, same with the revenue. Are you okay with the numbers? that
No,
were proposed?
Councilman Ford just had a question. Let's move to the revenue.
This is revenue right now.
Change, so when they do see it change, they
Yes.
will know what
Yes, which
what
one
they're
I
looking
will
at.
take
I
out.
just think you're clear on that, what's gonna be different.
Yeah, after you add your statement.
I understand. So what I'm saying here is like, the revenues, take a look at it. These are the proposed revenues. Let me know what you think. Revenues right here. Because she said she's done with expenses. Now they're looking
No.
for
Revenue.
No, you were in the middle of expenses and Ford had a question.
Okay, so in terms of expenses, I just went through the list, in terms of basically where I cut costs and where basically I increased it. I thought that was discussed earlier, that's why you wanted it. So,
So where you finished though, because we jumped over to,
oh, because somebody asked
Yeah,
us a
right.
question, I understand.
okay.
So, continuation,
Yeah.
in terms of expenses, I kept all the numbers that you guys requested. Tell me if I'm missing anything. If I am, let me know. I do not think so. I also dropped down, some of the, costs for the police department. As I said, some of them I went from 20,000 to 10,000. And some of them I went from basically, 5,000 to 1,000. And then, of course, I dropped down, some of the, capital state. I took with Councilwoman Amanda's cue on that one. I did drop it by $5,000 because there was just not gonna, at 30 it was just not gonna work. And then, I also dropped, some of the costs, from the police department salary section. his wish list versus, what I believe might be the cost of. I did not touch anything on NSD, and I dropped my costs in terms of administration, in terms of, phone bills. Originally, there was a phone bill for $10,000, but because we went to T-Mobile, our cost is about, well, so far, we only paid $1,500. So that's where the savings came. So the thing came from basically taking a few of the costs or expenditures from the police department downward, and then increasing or adding the grants that's actually for operational grants purposes, not reimbursement grants, now that I learned. And that's it. There wasn't much done because you guys already went through this stuff. 25,000.
But we budgeted 30.
We budgeted, well, originally you guys wanted to do 30, and I couldn't do 30 because for proposed 26, it's too much, so I dropped it down to 20.
No, that wasn't you guys, because I didn't think it should be 30, and somebody just said
Oh,
that.
okay, I apologize.
I never agreed to that. I'm just saying, you
Okay.
said you guys.
Right, that means.
You said one person said it, but that's not the full council.
Okay,
All
I
these things.
apologize. So, in terms of, what we did, do for this one, I do want to make a point. Is that, we allocate 20,000, but we only use 16,000. The excess, the remainder of the 4,000 was actually taken out of, the 100K that was given to us by, Project Change by, Park and Recreation. Capital Heights Day. Which is,
53170.
5-3.
3170 on the second
second page. And then the youth, senior, community garden, all that is in there. The reason there's an XX to it, I need Casual to provide a number, which I will provide to her for those 5 digits. Any questions?
You know, man.
Yes.
Forward.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just for the legal, I
Joy.
see.
Oh, legal, that's one thing.
Joy, you don't call me.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you,
I
Joy.
apologize again.
Councilwoman Ford.
Yes. For the legal, and I see some of these line items weren't moved to the different categories.
The
The
legal,
mayor and council, town and administration, police department, and NSD. I see it's still,
which one?
What number?
that's for the loan payments and then
What
page?
What number?
I do have that. Hold on. Oh, 1 second.
Right.
Well, you need to
Oh,
get the
oh, this one. The first one.
So what you were saying?
Remember we said we will move, 51,900. Remember we said we will move the line items that was associated or
Yeah.
impacted our budget to our.
Yeah.
You have your notes, Councilwoman
Yeah.
Ford? Okay. Please share, please.
That is-
No, just tell us. Just tell us. No,
If you want to see it,
just tell us.
you can look for it, better wait.
Just tell us.
The 396,454
Page.
on page 2,
Okay.
54,006. Yeah,
Wait a minute.
So it shouldn't be there?
Wait a minute, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
okay.
well, it's supposed to be lower, like the 396,566. I put that number there. Because it was. Something was taken out. Remember those adjustments here?
We have from 54,006 administrative salaries.
It's right here.
That's under mayor and council.
That's not
But I was going to the next, yeah, I was going to the next one. So
What is this?
let me tell you all the ones that be on the mayor council. 51900.
So you don't think there should be a space in there to separate that?
Right,
There should be a space.
GA, can you
Yes,
come
I'm
on?
gonna show you something.
No, she's already got her notes. Hold on,
It is.
Okay, so that's admin. Is that what you
It's
said?
okay.
Yeah, that, yeah. It's not mayor and council.
Who has the floor?
We just free talk.
I know.
So we said,
We will just extend it.
so let me,
That's the rules, we need to go by the rules.
so let me see what should be. The mayor and council should be moved 63,108, 63,114. That's the weird 3, right?
53,101.
108 and 63,114. The other one was supposed to stay in TA. 63, I don't like PG, I don't see why PG said that.
I see it.
Was stay in TA.
Yeah, let me-
Anything, we already know what it is.
What I wanted to explain,
Excuse. Let's start again. Now, let's
Okay.
start again, please.
Okay.
Let's go to the changes. Look at the sheet, and then Councilman Ford give us the changes first, and then you tell us. Let's start. with that.
okay,
Councilman Ford.
Yes, so I see you have, supposed to have 4,000 for travel for the mayor, right?
okay,
All right,
So we made it mayor and council.
yeah, so it was some other line items that we
What
moved.
we did with
That
that
we
was, we joined the mayor and council together. Remember that?
Yeah.
Which one was that,
So where
Councilman
is that
Ford?
one?
okay,
I'm under 63,000.
Yeah.
We supposed to change that name and make it,
may I answer the question? Yeah,
Or do you want to yield for an answer? Go
okay,
ahead.
so what you see here, the paper that I just given you is what you guys worked on, it's what you guys were familiar with, so I kept it as such. However, if you look at the additional new ones I've given you guys, it's gonna format into this, it's gonna egress into this side. The only thing I didn't make a change on is 4,000. That's where I took everything that you said, that's actually under, I didn't make a copy of this, so I can go make a copy of this. Everything I put together as, no, this is the small one, this is the larger one. So everything you wanted that was, and the line items that it should go under you,
right?
I put it in here. So what I wanted to, hopefully you guys to approve the proposed. And then I will migrate all of this into the final, which is what you're looking at.
Okay, so this is revenue?
Yes, that's revenue.
So I'm looking at, I'm looking at expense.
Why did you do that? Simple, just don't wanna do it.
I'm looking
My
at,
machine's not working because you guys didn't really,
this is it, okay,
this
this is
is,
the expenses that we're talking about, right?
yes. That's basically, Councilwoman Amanda said basically last time, said that's actually not that easy to read. She wants something that's like more what standardized for everywhere else.
Yeah.
This is standardized.
So where's the rest of it? On there?
It will not print. I will be. It will not print. And what I'm saying to you is, okay, can we just make it like this, okay? Is it possible for mayor and council just approve the proposed fiscal year 26, the proposed expenditure as well as revenue? And once you approve that, I can migrate all of this information into this template, and that's it.
See, it's Councilman Ford, may I?
I mean,
See, the problem is, Joy, we need everything at one time. That's how you approve a budget.
And this is, okay, then fine. Why don't we move away from that? We can just move we just focus on this. It is actually done.
But the changes that we asked to be put into the budget are not there.
They actually aren't.
No, they're not. You got this auxiliary sheet.
Okay.
It's not in the budget we're trying to approve. That's what continue, Councilwoman Ford.
so I'm just looking for the expenses, so I got the revenue, I'm just looking for the expenses portion and the changes, that's it.
We're not.
So we're not, yeah, so this is income too, that's right. So, but you're saying when it's done, everything will be
Like this.
connected.
And that's why it's connected. As you can see, it's actually taken into consideration everything you wanted, including side notes, percentage increase, basically fiscal year 24 budgeted and so forth, how you guys want to lay it out. Exactly. And also I put everything that's supposed to be mayor and council all together. I basically sectioned it off to basically section everything off to separately from mayor and council to town administration to PD and so forth and everything. And if you look at the final, there's a chart, an eye chart, which I will basically also attach to.
Okay, so I guess the meeting is adjourned until all that's done, man.
No, but I mean,
You got anything else to go on?
I just want to know if you finalize the final numbers, I can input all the numbers.
We did that.
We did that.
I thought you guys wanted to look at it.
No,
We can't see it.
no, we finalized it to come back here
Right.
to not officially vote, because we won't do that till after the hearing. But we finalized everything to get the completed budget tonight.
Okay.
Not a piecemeal version.
Okay, are you okay with, okay, the numbers here and the numbers here are the final ones, right? So that's it.
Yeah.
No, you got your stuff that you gotta. Yeah.
I don't, I mean, all the numbers are correct.
Okay, so
Look at the wording.
They just don't very.
He said she keep putting
Everybody
it.
talking in one
Okay.
time.
It's just a wording.
Okay, good, okay. So council, at this point, we've already looked at these numbers countless times, so,
It's exactly what you wanted.
okay. So I'm gonna go around each person and give me your thought, and we gotta get, Councilman Jennings.
I think that, we need to adjourn this meeting and come back when, well, oh, I'm not coming back. Well, this need to be migrated into our expenditure. This sheet here that she did to, I guess, make the edits, it needs to be migrated to this to reflect a complete, total budget as it should be worded and categorized, right?
It's just the wording.
Okay,
Everything's
that's
done
all
on
right.
this one.
Okay, well, that needs to be done. I just figured, well, you could do it in here. Save
Because
us.
she didn't want to.
Who is she?
It's not she, it's the council.
Okay.
The council.
Oh, she said, Amanda.
Okay, so that's your thought.
That's my thought. Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Pro Tem Chu, Councilwoman Amanda.
I have a question. First. Did we get rid of all of the line items that we need to remove in here?
Which ones?
I don't have my old ones in front of me, but they're.
The line items, I did not remove them. I left it 0 because, councilman, one of the council members said we would like to see it as history.
Only fiscal, yeah, hope they work.
Yeah, you want to see the history of it.
But in the,
Right.
but if it's not gonna be part of fiscal 26,
She still wants it.
Yeah, she just said put 0.
Right.
But that really is not.
But it
how you
was-
do a budget.
I know.
That's not how you do a budget.
Well, that's what she.
okay, so.
No, I'm just, I know budget, that's not how you do a budget, but if that's what y'all want in there, I'm okay. Councilman Amanda, you got the floor, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't want, if we're not using, if we're not, if we have no plans to use money for that, then I don't understand the point of having it in the fiscal 26 budget. The finalized budget that is put online and that is given to residents. So I disagree with that.
So,
So should we vote on it?
so I gave you examples. See, Council Ford, the first page, see, we said Hoops Classics. I just put 0, 0, and it says deleted for fiscal year 26. You see last.
Right, so,
So where do
What
you-
is-
Councilman Amanda, you yield yet? You still got the floor.
I can take it out.
So that's my input. I would like those taken out.
Okay.
Where, that's what I would like.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, I guess just in order to feel like it can be approved, I would just need to see, I understand we need to change the titles, but wasn't there some moving around that Councilman Ford was asking of last time? Like certain line items would get moved into a different
Yes.
area of the budget?
Yes,
And was that,
yes,
is that
That was-
shown here?
yes, it's not,
But it's not on here, right?
no, that's just for the purpose that you guys used to looking at when you guys are used to looking at.
So not being that course, but it would be great to see that on the final budget. Are you?
Councilman Ford, what's your thoughts?
yeah, for analysis purposes, those line items were on there if data was for 25, because that's what we were dealing with. 25, for instance, I know you said the whole, but I do see we had 3,000. We had 3,000 here at one point for 25, so that was budgeted, so how would we then do an analysis on what was budgeted or then what we're planning or proposing for 26? But for the actual final one, we wouldn't see 25 at all. So those line items would not be needed. They would,
Right.
so what I said to you is don't delete information
Okay.
because that's what we use to do an analysis of history, right?
Okay, I understand. So for
Oh,
me, it's very,
hide it.
yeah, exactly.
have copies of it.
That's what, okay,
That's what
yep,
I'm
let it go,
saying.
y'all let it go.
So how would you do this? Okay, if you have copies, that's not taking, that's not manipulating data
It
to do this.
pre-exists. It pre-exists.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody,
You
one
never
at a
do
time,
that.
you always remember, you can use more than one budget when you're working. When you use one, you can always reference another budget, that's why you got spreadsheets, and that's why you got archived data. Just telling you all that.
But just to be clear, again, I'm referencing your master data. You can create as many reports as you want, but for your master data, those lines should not be deleted.
Okay, anything else, Councilman Poole?
That's it, thank you.
You're welcome. Councilwoman Anita, what's your thoughts right now?
I would like to see. If we have burden claim or put in correctly. And ready for us, and we go to the.
Okay, and you know, we asked for this last time, so do you think we can get this? New York Councilman?
I,
My piggyback comment is, I agree with you wholeheartedly. My comment, I think Councilman James, you kind of said that too. You want to get this, so we got it done. Here's what we got in so far as coming back here again. Do you want to come back again before the 16th? Now, let me just put it out there.
Okay.
Before the 16th, or do you want to come back after the 16th? Because we still have 2 weeks. I know we go to MML, but I'm just asking y'all. I'm gonna start again. You wanna hold on to this council?
okay.
Wait a minute.
Councilman James,
No, I didn't.
Mayor Pro Tem,
What was the question again?
do you want to come back before the hearing? Although we're not using this budget for the hearing, we're using the one we approved for the hearing, okay? This is the one we balanced correctly. So we can't get it done tonight. We can. Hey, Ron,
Hey.
we don't be here an hour, don't worry about it. So do you want to come back? That's no, Joy, please.
So sorry.
Thank you, Miss Joy. Do you want to come back before the hearing on the 16th, which is, next week? Or do you want to come back and amend, that's what it's called after the hearing, and amend the budget in preparation for approval?
And so we will have to come back this week because the 16th is Monday.
Okay? We thought this was supposed to be ready tonight, but it's not.
We can make the changes from now. 'cause just,
Joy, please, respectfully,
sure.
you gotta stop.
Okay.
Okay. Councilman Amanda, what's your thought?
The next time we come together, I want to see like if you're in school and you're turning in your drafts and then you turn in your final paper for the exam, like this is what is being graded. I want like the final thing, like what is given to the
What are
public.
we gonna vote on?
So if that can be done this week, that's great. If it can't be done this week, I want to be realistic, so maybe we need to ask Joy, then next week is fine.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Ford, what's your thought?
Yeah, so afterwards, I think we're coming for the hearing, we're discussing what was approved then. But then we have this other budget, we still would need to go over it with the public and then see what input they have. And afterwards would be, in my opinion, more sensible to do because, we want to factor their input. So whatever their input is, in terms of something they want to see done in town, that's what the whole budget hearing will be for. They have questions, we say, oh yeah, we see it a different way now, we didn't take this into consideration. We'll see how we can, better plan for this. So we could, do that, if that's what we want, the input of residents, right?
So you had it after the 16th. Don't come back until after we have the hearing. We have a 2-week window. So, okay, thank you. Councilman Nita, finals, what's your thought on, since everybody's talked?
That you put it in there and
Yeah.
give it to us tonight. That's, much I might like y'all, but I ain't trying to keep spending every Wednesday.
You can do it.
Wait, man, to that.
Now, do you, Councilwoman?
No,
Okay, she won't talk.
but women, it's women, so. If she can go in there and click clack, click it lacking, spit it out to us, I'm all for it. Then we can see it. Lesson and go home.
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
But for me, yes, because all the numbers are the same. I just change the wording because what I prepared, this one has all the information. It's actually too detailed, actually. I even broke down between state, federal, and county. So what I'm gonna do is, may I have the
Yes,
permission to go in there?
How long you think it'll take? Oh,
Minutes. 10 minutes.
Okay.
So she had a bit night.
Break.
Yeah, who got some cards?
Give me that book. Everybody. Not on the agenda, but I'm just telling y'all for you
Who
know.
book you? Oh, yes.
This is the 5 or 6 people we got on project management. Mr. Green, I told him, Mr. Green has a couple more. So y'all can look at them tonight, or I'll give them the personnel, whatever. It's just on the project management. newsletter or whatever?
No, I posted online and then we're supposed to put it on PG County, right? Whatever. posting.
Circulate the newsletter?
Poster or something.
That's fine. You do
That's what I
something with
did.
it?
I didn't do it in format. I didn't know them. We used posts because we knew them because from the.
Oh, so you take care of that, okay.
Can we get a copy of them?
Yeah.
That was board's concern.
Yeah,
because
that's
Yeah,
fine.
which is the,
we didn't see any evidence of it.
That's fine. There you
so
go.
we have a record, so.
So that's the way to sell it.
Sure.
So
Just keep it.
Yeah, throw it.
Trash.
Yeah, where, can I take it? Oh, so it doesn't get confused. So, this is your copy, right?
All right.
You have the old one? Like
My new one?
Yeah.
Give me your old one, all right?
Just want to get confused. Well,
Okay.
the new one cannot be confused with the old one. I actually highlighted the area where basically, you know.
Give me this one
That's
too, right? Okay.
Yeah. So that way you can take a look at it. All the areas that I've made changes to is highlighted.
Okay.
So you can't really, yeah,
What about this one?
you can keep that. It's actually the final, but that was just what's gonna look like the final version. That would, that
All
way.
right, let's get this monkey started so we can get it out of here.
It's the one that would have posted.
Okay, TA Grant, you want to tell us? We don't have to keep going through the budget. Just tell us what you want us to
Which you
review.
have.
Okay, yeah, so what I did
Council
is,
Ford.
Council Ford,
Okay.
everything you wanted, I wrote mayor and council, expenditures, that's on the, expense side. And then I also, see, it says right here, 63115, mayor and council expenditures 4,000, and I wrote here, combined mayor and council travel expenses.
Okay.
And then I made, the changes I made in the back capitalized at 25,000. Then after that, you know, it says, yeah, there you go. 1,000, remember I did the switch your row back, I'm sorry, community garden and your, community engagement, that's it there, boom, boom, right there. 25,000, right? If you go down further, the expenditure, I dropped it down, that's what you wanted. And also I did the economic development, I didn't really drop that much, but I just kept it 8%, so you messed up, whatever's, you know, the, or when, all that, okay? And then, if you go to the next page, PD, I put in here, where Fort Bend, Councilman Amanda, where you
So
potentially.
fast, I
It's
can't
real
even-
fast.
Sorry.
On the third page.
We didn't go to.
Y'all ain't on the way.
No, we gotta get, no, we need to get numbers, we gotta even get,
But it's highlighted in.
It's highlighted green, so you can easily.
So the
tell.
first thing I see is there's 4,000 on this one, it was 1,000 on this one, so.
But she put all the money in one pot and we
for
increased
mayor
it.
and council.
For mayor and council.
Because you said you want everything corrected, right? So I corrected everything all once.
Where did the other 3,000 come from?
You guys wanted 4,000, the, most of
For
these
the mayor
budget
and council
bound.
travel.
How do you look at it? The
Council
council,
had make it four,
Yeah.
at
I
four
know, but what you
suggestions.
gave us just a little while ago had 1,000, so where?
Yes, you got rid of those. She's trying to use the one she just did.
yeah, so this, can I just take the old one so you don't get confused, so I can throw it away, and then we just focus on
She's
these?
using that to compare.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine. So the 4,000, what I originally had 1,000 was up 1,000. However, Councilwoman Ford said that was not correct. It needs to be 4,000. So I corrected to 4,000.
Okay, ladies, please,
Yeah, y'all gonna keep asking questions.
So,
pay attention.
originally it was 1,000, but Councilwoman Ford said, no, Joy, it should be 4,000. So I
For the
changed it
mayor
to
and council,
4,000.
yeah.
Yep, and I wrote mayor and council.
Yeah.
Then we get to the next page, 25,000. I wasn't highlighted before. You guys asked me. I highlighted just for posterity's sake. And then if you go down further, I want to show that both Councilman Ford and Councilman James initiative are in play. Okay, and then, yeah, 1,000. Further down, I want to show that the mayor, her initiative, what her request of legal fees being lowered is lowered.
Yeah.
Okay, and the economic development as it was. Okay.
Wait a minute, legal fees.
It was at 90 and dropped down to 50, because she said, you know what,
Okay, you're right.
like lower would be good.
What did you have it supposed to be 50?
Yeah, 50.
Just, I have 80.
No,
No, you're looking at the next one.
Economic development.
Yeah, you're
I
looking
thought
at
you
eight.
said lawyer, attorney.
I lowered it,
Legal fees,
50.
it's we're down 50.
Okay, so we changed it to 50 million.
Yes,
Who did that?
because the mayor says that we probably won't have that much expenditure.
I thought we said one time.
Yeah, that's Chris. Yeah, hey, Chris. TA Green.
So what are we doing with the Capitol Heights Day?
Yeah.
We said Capitol Heights Day was 30,000, right?
Because he just texted me and said, like he said,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you
hey, Chris.
Hello.
Joy just went that way. You spoke? Okay. Okay.
So move in now.
We waiting for Joy.
Thank you.
We're meeting.
Thank you. It just, thank you. Okay, we're gonna go next. Thank you.
Okay, see you later.
So, there we go. So we're going down the list and then we've got the, where are we at? So 50 and 80,000. This we dropped it legal because I think there'll be less. And then, when we go to the next page, we already, do you have any questions?
So we
there?
some of Capital Heights Day, 53,170.
No, Capital Heights Day is back at 25,000,
It was supposed to be at
30.
30.
No, we had to, remember I said earlier, we had to take it down because it's too much.
Should balance, but.
Yeah.
But what's what we agreed to? 30, that's what we're okay for.
Yeah, but you agreed to 30, but we don't have the money. Unless you want to take away from
So
your.
we
No,
increased
didn't all-
attorney?
We didn't all agree to 30, because
Oh,
I
He
didn't.
didn't either.
I didn't.
So why don't we have it written down?
No, she just put it on there because somebody said it.
Okay,
She
that's
said
fine.
She had to.
So
work the
25.
numbers.
Well, I wrote down everything, these are what we agreed to, so it may
Gotcha.
change.
Okay, I got you.
So it's 50 now for attorney.
Yeah, 50 and then 80. For economic development.
Absolutely.
And then if you go to the next page, you have the police department. I inputted for both you and Councilwoman Amanda where potentially the money would go into to allocate. So if you look at all the green, it would
She's not
show.
even on the.
Okay.
She gave us.
Look at all of it, y'all bring it in one thing.
Where's she on? Yeah, you wanna ask me a question? fool?
So the next one, as you can sort of see, you said, Joy, where are we to show this on expense line?
Okay.
Well, there it is. It's all shown.
Just give me a line number.
Well, there's no line items. There's no line item? No, because remember, we said we have to input those line items. If you look at the next
Right here.
page, yeah, if you look at the next page, look at the next page.
This next
Yeah,
page over here.
See, it's there, but I don't have line item yet, because Audra has to manually input it, because you want to make sure it shows up. That's right. And for Amanda, I actually deleted a lot of costs to show where those money would replace. So for example, the National Night, that could be, one of the grants could be used for that for
She back
safety.
on page 3. She back on page. Okay.
And then if you look at basically,
You can't stop talking. Yes, sir.
and then if you look at the basically bereavement,
Respectfully.
that could be, instead of being the $1,500, which we originally had, we can use, the officer retention. The bereavement number is, it's, again, we don't have a number for it, that's what,
Okay, so you're reading it, okay.
yeah. This is what Chief wanted. He wanted to add that.
So we added that.
Yeah, but we add that, but I took off the amount because we can use officer retention. You look.
See, I don't see-
God, y'all, I'm getting distracted because y'all talking and enjoying steady talking.
I'm
I
trying.
don't even see that at all in here, but okay.
Which part, bereavement,
We didn't
if
talk
you,
about that.
if you look at the next page.
No, I'm sorry, what we agreed on. Because we didn't incorporate anything. You said you.
No, the bereavement, you guys said the 1,500. I took it away because you don't have to use our money for it. You can just use one of the grants that we have for it. For example, the police officer retention program, we can use that for it.
Right, okay, I didn't have it on here at all.
It's, oh, you took on that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. No, she just said she had. it.
Because
just
remember you
said
said
she
it
had
wasn't there and you
She
said I want it
just
on
did
there.
that.
Okay, so this,
Remember she,
this not grant though, is it grant?
Yes.
no, remember you said,
I heard that part,
In
yeah.
expense section.
But we have a bereavement over here? You said we had a bereavement, okay.
The
What I was talking about was balancing the grants from the income and the expenses.
Yes.
So is it a bereavement grant? I
No,
mean, okay, so that's, I wasn't talking
no,
about.
no, what I'm saying is this, with the grant, the 5 grant that we have previously, you said, I want to see it reflected on the expense side, which I did. The bereavement, that was actually already there. It originally had $1,500 on it. And then, I took it off because we can use one of these grants for it.
Okay, that's fine. I was asking if it was already
And then
there,
that-
what's the number? It was
There's
already-
no number because that was a bereavement number that the chief wanted to input. We have yet to put a,
It was on this, it was on here already,
which one is that one?
is what we were correcting the last meeting. So it's.
I'm talking about the current one. We have to look at the current one.
No, it was never on there. He brought it when he came and presented with his sheet.
I
So then you incorporate,
I
okay.
incorporated
So you incorporate,
everybody's.
because we haven't even reviewed or talked about any incorporation of, the police department's,
Okay,
budget
okay,
proposal.
okay.
We stopped here. So you said you incorporated stuff now. you make a decision.
No, I know,
we actually
no,
finished
they
the
told
police
me.
budget.
No, we did, because we said we're not gonna do it because too many increases.
No, you didn't, that's the payroll part, but we actually did their,
The other
yeah,
part.
we did. We
So,
finished
so
that.
why,
We finished that. There was a lot of notes on it.
I don't have that from on here. If we did, it was on there, but go ahead.
My understanding, again, I assumed it wasn't making decisions, I'm just like following what everybody assumed was okay, but anyways, going down forward, we have the police, basically, salary, that's the amount, I don't think that's his wish list, but that's the amount.
No, we have not dealt with that wish list. We can always do that. We didn't do that. Any of that.
That was his wish list.
We didn't do any of that.
But well, my thing is, my understanding is that the mayor just said that you all decided on all the everything except for,
The code, yeah, and then-
no, not the COLA, except for the salary.
right, that was
Okay.
because
Yeah.
all the salaries are based on the COLA. Councilwoman Amanda had put on the floor, which we never talked about, that she said she doesn't see how we can afford that. With the problems we're having with the budget right now.
And then at the time, because she thought it was a deficit of $650,000,
But it doesn't matter.
which
But
is
we
saying,
would have to come back. I understand that, but. the
now we're
point
not in
is-
deficit, totally different.
Yeah.
And I want us to quantify that.
Oh, okay.
Because at the time when Audrey gave us the numbers, it was at $650,000 deficit. And then we're now at like around $340,000 surplus. So it's a very different concept.
Thank you, Joy. I didn't realize
No, I
that.
just want to make sure. I want to make sure, because I don't want my number to be confused with Audrey's numbers.
Gotcha.
So, and then going down further, I changed the water and sewer. Originally, remember I reversed it, now I'm actually correcting 1,000, 5,000. Yeah.
Councilwoman,
Go ahead.
Mayor, may I?
Yes, ma'am.
So the 890,000 for the police department salaries, how many positions is that for?
That's actually based on his list. I think he gave you all a list.
What's it, so his list is with increase is 948,000.
Oh, okay, well, then this is basically what I could afford for them.
So currently with 9 officer, currently with the 14 staff, it's at 925,529, so that's even more than what you have on here. So have you made an official?
I have actually, let me get I only have 800 and,
16.
but it was 890.
Are you looking at his wish
I
list?
see you away.
No, I'm looking at
890.
what you gave us last meeting.
His wish list is 855.
Yeah, but that
We're
would
not
have
going
been
by
long
his
gone.
wish list.
It's been long.
His wish list is in here.
Oh, sorry.
What the- is it in here?
That list is like long gone. You guys shot it down, said, no, we're not doing that.
So what is it then?
So what the number here is,
89,
It's
89.
a big number, but how does that break down?
the 890 is basically, he has another list, which I'm assuming he already gave some.
No, he did not.
Okay, well,
Well, what you got on here is more than his wish list.
his wish list
It's
is.
1,245,500. Yours is 1,538,100.
No, if you look at this, where do you get this?
Am I
Department.
Yeah, I am talking about the.
Have those numbers because our average budget without the grants and everything is roughly a little over 3 million. We cannot give 50% of our budget to the police department.
I know.
Something's not right with
I'm not
this.
exactly sure, because I'm looking at my sheet right
Am
now,
I right? Something's
and
not
then
right with
the
this
salary
picture.
for PD is 1.130.
That's what I see.
Okay.
I don't see the 1.5.
I
I
see.
don't need.
Are you looking at the right one?
Oh, she.
But these
was
are
at
green.
the-
I mean,
You're right there.
But that's the total amount for total police
but that's the
department.
total amount for his department.
But this here, this list,
Who has the
You guys
floor?
supposed to-
Councilman Amanda, you have the
We
floor?
were not incorporated. No.
Excuse me. Councilman Amanda, you have the floor?
Yes.
Please proceed.
Yeah, so what I need to see is what position and salary breakdown is for the $890,380. So how did you come, he just gave you that number? How did you come up with that number?
That number is basically my understanding of my verbal conversation with him. It was something that he would be able to accept, other than his wish
But
list.
there's nothing to present or show to council what,
Well, yeah, that's what he would need to do.
when is that gonna happen?
I can find out. Because I don't. He's been kind of. But, and then, so basically, the total salary, for, basically, PD was 1.130. The total cost for total police department was 1.5.
wait a minute, where are you?
Right here. So the total cost for their salaries and benefits is here. And then total cost for the PD department is 1.5. Right there, yeah. Something, I'm trying something. That's right. I understand. I'll make sure. Okay, but this is not gonna be the final thing.
Okay.
What you see here is gonna be the final thing, which is broken down to very detailed
Okay.
information. So you want a form that you can send to the public.
That's right.
This is more in-house.
Stand alone without you.
Yeah, this is in-house. That's actually to the public. It's the same information. I'm just saying, it looks, like she said, pretty or not pretty. But we'll move forward. Okay, and then go down further. We changed the water as far as I said it. Street lighting, I dropped down to 60,000 from the original, because I just realized that we don't have the 332 street lights that they said. We only have 240. That's like short by 80 at least.
But they're still charged. us.
They're such, but they will give us our money back. But with that being said, but that number going forward will be less. That's why it's dropped down to less. And if we go to the next page, and then I don't think there's anything else. That's it.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. And the changes I made are corrected based on what everyone here has said has been highlighted. Unless I'm missing something, please let me know. I think the only thing you guys have a question on is regarding to is the police department salary.
Justified.
Yes, justification, yes. And then in terms of, and also the revenue side, I also made changes based on everyone's comments. I highlighted just so that you guys can see it. For the revenue section, for Councilwoman Amanda, instead of having the grant section, which might be confusing, I moved it up to the revenue section. Yep, that's why I highlighted it.
Councilmember Miller,
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
how did you come to 400,000 for the admin salaries?
That was basically based on, I lowered it, actually. This was based on, what's it called? Actually, I did put it a list. If you look at, I don't know, it's in my computer, but I lowered it. It was 48, then I lowered to 400,000 without looking at my own computer at this point in time. If you look at our actual expenditure, it's much less. So I based it on that, but I can also be different.
Question is, what is the salary breakdown? What positions are you accounting for in your salary?
I can provide that to you. If you give me 10 minutes, I can go in there and print it out and show it to you.
Is that accounting for, what you have on here is the town treasurer plus,
That's already been changed as per the mayor and council. You guys want, basically a bookkeeper plus, someone like Todd to oversee them.
No, we didn't say that.
Oh, no, hey,
We didn't even discuss.
then we can keep it.
so this is my point, is that, we need to, at some point, we've got to make decisions on full increase, on salaries and positions. So are we doing that today? Are we doing that another day? We've had different council members give opinions on things, but we haven't made any
No, it's
consensus among all of us. So
I can provide you for,
I'm putting that on the floor to the mayor and council to answer. Are we doing that today or another day?
you two.
or not.
The question is, you deal?
Or need to do the question?
The question on the floor now is, do we want to go into,
Oh, section.
you can go in closed session.
Okay.
Do you want to go into the mayor, not the mayor council? Do you want to go into the staff, the COLA, the increases with the police and the staff? You want to do that tonight or another time? Because that's a big subject.
No, that's fine. Councilmember Manda.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm fine with that tonight. However, we can't 100% balance this budget until we know what the actual numbers are. If we don't know what these actual numbers are, because we have not to consensus. So, if we don't do it tonight, we're gonna have to do it before we can have a real understanding of the budget and scenario. Councilman Shu.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, so is
You yield, Councilman Amanda?
so with the, you talking about the projected 26 budget, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if the 26 projected budget, does it include the COLAs regardless whether we get it to them or not? But is it included in the budget?
No, we have to put it in the budget.
No, it is.
No, you shouldn't have included it unless we approved it. Which is what
That's
she
what you
said.
discussed.
Yeah, no, she's saying, but you put it in there without us approving it. I'm fine, but you didn't, you shouldn't do that.
No, that's not what I did.
No, that's not,
You just said
that's not what I said.
No, she just said, yes, it is.
No,
Well, let me,
Yeah, go ahead.
let me reiterate, okay. So, because this is how we did for our budget. We, say for instance, the salaries, we included the COLAs and we included, merit increases, we included that in our budget. However, when we did our budget, the numbers changed, so we ended up having, a overage, because we, say for instance, we included like 7 people with merit increases, in the amount of merit increases. Then we had, everybody had a COLA, but, so when we did the budget, only 3 people got merit increases, but the money was still budgeted in the budget. That's what I'm trying to ask, is the money still budgeted in the budget? But it's up to us to define the amount of COLA and who gets a merit, if we give a merit. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that done for 26? Does that make sense? Yeah.
I can answer that for you. That is the best way to do it, instead of going back and forth with it. And then at that time, she will come to us and present on how we should or should not do.
Okay.
That is the best way to do it,
Okay.
instead of saying now, when we have not even known how many people, she has everybody.
Right.
And so I do agree that it should be put in there. I agree with Councilman Amanda too.
Mhm.
But the bottom line is, if you put it in there, then we can always revisit it because we put the money in the budget.
Right,
Yeah, I do
exactly.
agree with that.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
You remember one year I did the budget for y'all. You yield?
Can I just answer the question?
Yeah.
Yield?
I yield.
You want the floor again?
It looks quick. Yes, if we're going to do COLA, we should put it in the budget and give that cap for it. But some of these numbers are not enough in here. And are different than what is being asked of. So
Is that the new or the old?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm gonna answer the question in terms of like, yes, you're right. I basically put in there, basically till it covers everyone. However, here's the second part. Yours is like, well, it doesn't cover everything because remember, there's changes made. You said, we don't need this, cut. We need this, this, and that. That's what we did. So that's what you are looking at is the old version. This is before all of the council and mayor talked about it. And I'm listening and I'm jotting down the information. So that's what I'm saying to you. So the new version I'm gonna give you for NSC and as well as admin will have all the information you require. But in terms of that is concerned, you have to give me directions, because like Councilman Ford says, you can't make that decision. I'm not making that decision. You gotta give me directions as to how to proceed. Is it gonna be this in terms of this or that in terms of that? I need to know.
Councilmember Muda.
Yes.
So we need to see that, so we can all just say yay or nay.
So I can bring that out to you for basically a town administration as well as NSC, but the police department, I don't have that because he's working that out himself. So can I bring out my group as well as NSC group? Because it's on my computer.
Whatever the council wants, my whole point
We
was,
already, excuse me, Amanda, I'll let you finish.
whatever the council wants, but my whole point is if we don't do it today, we're still going to have to do it in the future. Make sure that the numbers are right.
You?
Yeah.
He already gave us his numbers. That was when Councilman Amanda made that comment, but he'd already given us his numbers.
But I think that number had a lot of stuff on it.
No, I'm just saying, he already gave us numbers, so it's
Which I think
us another
he changed
set.
his mind
Oh, okay.
because he says he maybe doesn't need a deputy chief, he needs a lieutenant.
Right.
instead. So that
Okay.
changed the numbers
Okay.
quite a bit.
So all we need to do is see the numbers and have it included in the budget. You really don't have to go through a huge discussion on it. You just say, this is what we'll agree to put in the budget. And then we'll have to sit down and say, who deserves, who doesn't, what is the justification? Because right now, we're just doing it blanket. That's what it is. It's just blanket.
Just was covered.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, what do you want to give us? Is that it? We're gonna talk on that one?
Are you guys okay to, you want to do it now or like, I guess you're gonna vote on?
No,
No, okay. You guys decide.
which one is, yeah, it's in the budget already, right?
Right.
Yes, you already put it in.
Councilmember Muda.
Yes, ma'am.
It is not necessarily a budget because we don't know what is being proposed.
Yeah, she gave us the list. You wanna
But
get
she's
another?
saying it's the old list, that some things have changed and that the
Can we see that one?
I can go get
Thank
that.
you. Let's look at
I
that.
don't have the PD one.
Let's look at that one. Thank you. Okay. All right. Have we ever had a short meeting?
No? No, yeah.
Yes, we have.
Councilmember Amanda,
You already had the floor. You haven't yielded yet, have you?
I
Go.
just didn't say my name.
I know. It's cool. Go.
Council, our plan to pay $66,000 towards accounting services in addition to $60,000 for town treasurer.
I thought we said, no,
Oh, no, we haven't. Yeah, we talked about it at the last meeting. And we need to go to closed session on this. And I hope we're not doing that tonight. Just put
When
it
are
in
we
the
gonna make these
budget.
decisions?
I'm gonna leave y'all alone, but I gotta get out and work it. So I can do.
Three of us are going on vacation.
Yeah,
When are we gonna, we have a week,
shoot that time.
a week and 3 days to.
I think the figures are fine. If we need to add more, we'll just have to do a reappropriation. Or whatever I just realized what you said, but I think that's fine for now. You question it?
I question spending $126,000 a year for our finances.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Does that seem fiscally responsible that we're spending that
Yeah.
amount of money?
It does. Because, but here's the thing. We need to get away from writing the checks. The way we do them manually, we need to go and do them, but I think we need to go and, it's not a good subject for right now.
Right.
Yeah, it's not.
yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
And yeah, it's not a good subject for right now. So I think what we have in there is good because we just pull the money out, not, try to say reappropriate that line. That's all you do. And you do that the first quarter, because now it's just like a cushion for whichever way we go, it's a cushion. And then if it's, and that's what, I mean, I think we all know that's what the variances do. If you know that you projected too high, you're just gonna change it for your first quarter. All your numbers are not gonna be perfect.
I hear what you're saying, and I get that.
Yeah, I was
I'm
just saying.
just-
I'm
One-
trying not to go to closed session because I know you wanna answer, but yeah, that might be a high projection. Do you want her to lower the projection now?
I mean, if we have enough
Yeah,
to balance it all out, then I'm fine,
Yeah.
but we're still in the mode where we have to pull and tighten and really finagle the numbers to get it to balance. Then yes, I would say we need to figure that out, but if we have enough to cover that,
in her, we have a 200K surplus.
I hear that, but
So I'm
also I'm
saying-
looking at what these salary requests are and
Yeah.
it's gonna,
That's request.
It's too high. I understand what you're
it's going to
saying.
lower that surplus.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, really. But the point is, and I agree with you, but she's just putting it in there now as a cushion till we go and decide just what we want to do.
Right.
So you already have it
I
there.
get that, but
And you
it's not
change it?
cushioned, Mayor, it's not cushioned. 890 is different than 948,000
Where are you?
in the police department. It's not cushioned, it's less than what the police department is
Yeah, but-
requiring.
But I thought you were talking about that one subject.
No, I'm just saying, I'm adamant that we get the factual numbers right now, or we're gonna have to keep coming back and switching.
Why do we keep coming back if there's a surplus? See, I'm just telling you how I think. This is just my experience. I don't know like I used to. Me
all the
too.
time, too.
So my
Every
point,
day,
I'm
good job.
giving you my experience.
Mhm.
My experience is nothing is gonna be 100% in a budget. And that's why you do quarterly reviews. Some people do monthly reviews. And after you've gotten your budget out, you go back. That's why you have an accountant or CPA that does your budget every week. Because things change. You cannot be perfect when you just do a budget.
Agree.
So that's all I'm saying. So I understand what you're saying too, and I do respect what you're saying, but we're gonna nitpick stuff to death. So
But I
I don't think that's too high, because we don't know where we wanna go. I mean, yes, I do. I just, I'll take that back. I
taking
do.
out,
I do. I think so.
moving away from the accounting services, I'm talking, the surplus is not reflected in the budget. If the police department is, the wish list is over 900,000, it's not almost 950,000.
Yeah,
And our budget is 890.
yeah,
We now are, that's a 60,000 difference. That's a big
Yeah.
difference.
yeah.
So that means our $200,000 surplus that we had, we need, once we change the numbers, it becomes $140,000 surplus. And there might be a couple other departments where there's a difference too, so it continues to decrease. I just want to make sure we have the correct.
Got you. Okay.
correct.
Yeah, I understand.
Mhm.
You,
Mhm.
I'm just saying, so if anybody else wanted to talk, that's why I said it. Okay.
So for instance, Councilmember Nana,
Uh-huh.
so for instance, in this budget presented to us, the salaries for NSD are at 550,000 is budgeted for fiscal year 26.
Uh-huh.
On the wish list, to have the 7 PW, the 3 property standards, the director and an admin, that total amount, it comes to 600,000. So what's budgeted is $50,000 less than what is needed to account for the whole NSD PW department.
But Councilwoman Anita.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to yield, Councilman Amanda? Okay.
Well, first of all, NSD, he's only, he came to a conclusion the last time, he's only gonna have 5, not 7.
Councilmember Minda? We said that because we thought we were in crisis of not having enough money, so we would start, okay, where can we start eliminating?
Right.
But if we have a $200,000 surplus, then we can have a discussion and we could have 7 if that's needed, like what was asked for, because we have the money available for it. Same thing with police department, same thing with all departments.
Councilwoman,
Yes, ma'am.
you are absolutely correct. However, they can operate efficiently right now with the 5. So if one is down, like they just experienced, they still can operate with 4. And then we can revisit later if he needs to get, bump his staff up. But right now,
Let's go for
or right now, they don't need to, they can't even, just have, but I think say what I want to say right now. We go into closed session about that, but.
Okay. I just kind of, I hear what Councilman Amanda is saying. I can only tell you from my experience, and some of these things that we're doing is just my experience, and I have not handled a big budget. I'm not going to exaggerate. It's been quite a few years. I haven't. But when I did, it was for 500 people. But I worked it with the accountants. We had a controller and we had accountants. And I met with them every week on the budget. And the budget was many, many, many millions of dollars. And that's how I got my trainings, on the job training. I'm not a CPA, I'm not an accountant. And we didn't go through some of these things. Because it was always like, a living document. Your budget is still a living document. You make the changes that you need. So I'm just trying to say how long y'all think we're gonna stay here.
So what's your experience for?
In terms of budgeting for staff, you budget based on your rate, whatever your work rate is, that's how you budget. If you want to clap for some coals because that's what you're suggesting, you include it. If you don't need it, there it is, that's your surplus, and you do a reappropriation.
She basically said what I just said. I agree with it because that's what we do. There's a whole lot more than what we're doing here. But I was under the watch of the CPAs and the accountants because we had a lot of them. But I met with them every week and I controlled that budget. And so I didn't put it together, but I controlled that budget. So I know how it works from my way. Councilman Amanda's experience may be different, Councilman Ford's. I respect everybody. But I'm just telling you that the way some of these things are done is just not what I'm used to doing. So.
So who's setting the standards here? Who's setting the standards here in this fine town of Capitol Heights?
I tell Capitol Heights.
I think the mayor and council need to understand, in my opinion, is that your budget is a reflection of your mission, vision, and strategy that you have in the town. What you are spending your money on is the way you move, the things that you hold important, the things that you're committed to doing. So having a consensus on how much staff we have, whether we're doing this or that, is important to some degree, because
I don't know what their thoughts are, but I think.
For me, Ford, I'm just thinking, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with anything. I'm saying, that's why I said to me, we put in whatever the number is, like you just said, but we don't have to be exact. Because this is our staff increases. You have to have something. Well, thank you. I didn't finish, but that's okay. I don't mind.
Okay, I was talking.
So, Councilman Amanda, you ready to see the numbers? We ready?
So,
Everybody?
Yes.
so,
Okay.
what I did was the reason that thing is actually over, because I actually performed Belton. I didn't realize that when I did the numbers, there was a glitch on the thing, it was less. But again, that number can fluctuate again, depending on the full-time position now for the town clerk, if you wanna go higher or lower, that will fluctuate. And same thing with the other numbers. Now, the NSD, I took out one PW employee, so we go down to 5. So you always have a crew of 2 because one is out. And then that's basically all I did. One of our receptionists, we just kept it the same, no changes. I took away the assistant, administrative assistant, Jada's old job, it goes down to 0. So basically that's where it's at. You guys have to decide the rest. In terms of PW, all the information are to the right.
Okay. So, Councilman Amanda said your figures on one set are different than the figures we have now, so we need to know which one we're dealing with.
Well, in terms of salary, it's all you decide. I don't decide that.
No, Joy, we know that.
Which one
But
are you talking
your
about?
COLA and all your increases she's saying, Councilman Amanda, you said it better.
No, I'm okay. I need to look at numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
It was something, what you put in there was a $50,000 difference. And she's saying, even though you're saying I don't know what she's saying, I'm just telling you what I got. Your surplus is 200,000. To me, her point is 200,000, but is it reflective of all these other things at this point?
We are actually 2 weeks out. We're pretty much, all the expenses are here now, and all the revenues are still coming in. Because of the rental license and everything that's going on. So if you want the final number, just give me another week or 2, then you'll have the definitive final number.
There's no objection that until it was in the column.
Which one?
Oh. Sorry.
Okay, Council, so what number are you gonna be comfortable with that we have in there? Councilman Shu, I think you want to say something. Joe.
I'm calculating.
Okay.
Okay, so with, so if we are using this sheet here and we're surplus for 300 something thousand. Oh, sorry. And, so that if we use these, not to say that we're gonna, this is a definite number. But if we use what we have in front of us, to me, it came up to $103,000 and 103,544. So that's gonna take away from that 300,000 surplus. 300,000. Yeah, it's a 300,000 surplus. So we still have a surplus of $200,000, 200 and something $1,000, but that's not including the police department's figures, but we're still at a surplus. I'm just saying, these are not exact figures, but if we use these figures, this is taking 100 grand from the surplus. Just to let you know.
Councilmember Nathan?
I yield.
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to propose that we change the police department salaries in the budget from 890,000 to 950,000. That we also change the.
I'm sorry, what is the one?
I don't understand that, but
What you mean?
I'm also suggesting that we change the neighborhood services department salaries from 550,000 to 570,000.
And then budget.
Say that again.
First of all, I have the floor, so if I could make my statement and then answer questions, then let me,
No,
what you're trying to say.
Can you repeat that one just again?
Yes, the police department salary, line item 55020 is currently 890,000. But it moved to 950,000.
Okay.
I understand we do not have chief's proposed salary budget, but that would give us enough, as we just went around the table for minutes talking about surplus or cushion to cover police salary. My next suggestion is to change administrative salaries, line item 54006 on page 2, from 400,000 to 430,000. Right now, Joy is projected with a COLA and the increases that it would come out to 424,745. So that gives a little bit of production.
Okay. Got it.
Then my next one is for NSD. I'm suggesting that we change the 550,000. That's on the second to last page, line item 56301, from 550 to 570. That gives another little cushion because the projection of what they would increases in COLA would be 558. So that's a $12,000 increase.
So you gave a little bumper in there.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
There you go.
Okay, I see what you did.
Okay.
Yep.
From 550, so what was that? I'm sorry.
570. From 550 to 570.
Okay.
Now, how will that affect you? You have to work your numbers again? You have to, because we just changed the numbers.
I have a question, TA. I wouldn't be able to balance this.
I know it's not gonna be balanced. She has to work those numbers.
I thought we had a surplus.
No,
You can't carry that, well, it goes into the general fund.
Yeah.
But this you can't.
yeah. So,
You were talking about this year we have a surplus, not next year?
This year we have a surplus.
So we don't have the.
Next
So we don't
year-
have the money
no.
available to do this
no,
next year.
we do. She's just gonna have to redo her numbers.
This year we have a surplus
Yeah.
for fiscal year 25,
Right.
about 300 plus. Next year, the numbers balance. So it has to balance.
So is there any wiggle room to move to increase those numbers?
Well, that money from the surplus, I need to see, are we allowed to move it to,
No, what I'm trying to say is, I understand what Councilman Amanda
I
said.
understand her.
We're fine with the money. It's just that you have to have your revenue and your expenditures match. So
Yes.
she's got to redo the numbers just so they match. That's what I'm saying.
Just for clarity.
She's got the mic. Yes, yes.
Just for
You got the
clarity.
floor, Councilman. You good? Councilman Ford?
Thing. Just for clarity, we can have our, as long as our revenue is more than our, expenses with the, according to the charter.
That's what.
She
Yeah,
needs to balance it.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Councilwoman Anita.
But
Ford, you?
Mhm.
Okay.
So, and I know we talked about the health percentage,
Oh, yeah,
so
So what percentage?
the health. And I know,
the premium that we pay.
Yeah.
so I know it's for your actuals, I know it's like, I know you said you want to do a percentage. Did you
For the health parts and stuff like that.
determine what that percentage would be?
I basically,
I know what you have in here, but
yeah, this is basically based on, just an increase of what we see is
I didn't do them all, but.
how much we did before is how much we have now. I base it on the actual. But I can base it on a percentage as well if you like.
Yeah, I know it was 15. It's 15 to propose, but your actual was 20%, your benefit. So you wanna just keep it?
Yeah, I want to keep it.
The
Because I think
20?
if we're gonna do a reconciliation every 3 months, we can actually go back and we look through this and however you want to do it, massage it, whatever, and just, that's,
We actually want to do it though.
oh, you want to do it, that's fine. Then
No,
we
we
can do a
wanna do-
percentage.
We want to do the budget review every quarter and
Yes.
possibly sometimes every month
Yes, I'm happy to do that.
until we get this stuff right.
But my question to you is at this point is I need directive from you guys and let me know. Do you want a percentage or you're happy with what I just did, Councilwoman?
It's too low, what you just did. And the
You're
other
gonna
thing,
go higher.
well, because what you're proposing is 5% less than what the actual.
No, actually, where are you at? Can you tell me the line item?
Sure. Okay,
Here we
then
go.
we did the,
Expenditure,
on, 54006, page 2. Okay.
5, 4. Oh my gosh, where is that? 5, 4. Okay, it can be page 2.
Well, I just put this page 2, there's no page actually.
I know, I'm sorry.
That's okay, I'm on the admin.
Okay, admin, right? So
Page
are you
2.
looking at, oh, page 2, it's okay, health, right?
Right.
I put 60,000.
Yeah,
And then the actual is 55,
right, so, but look at your salaries.
right? I'll look at the salaries. So that's what, Councilwoman Manis says, we need to increase that to 430,000.
Okay, so when you increase it to 430, the question, so where is your HR, your Robert, whatever they call it?
HR contractor, HR
So you-
contractor is on the bottom.
But we was paying out of that line item. before.
No, we were not. We were actually paying out HR contractor position. I'll tell you the line item. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so what were we for previous year, what were we paying out of? We did all this payment, it's factored in these actual, right?
Yes. So basically, it's still under HR. Even we had HR and also we had accountant. So while Audra was with when our current town treasurer with Robert Half, it was coming out the treasurer. Let me just give you the number.
Oh, so it's at the 54120?
Yeah, and there's another one, for basically HR, which I put to 0 this time because we don't need it anymore.
Okay,
I don't know if you.
and so man, did you capture that? Cause we're being.
So it was under,
HR is being
okay,
paid
so,
under that,
54112 is where we were paying accounting services admin.
so whose pay is out of that?
That
Is
will be
that
the,
pay,
from Robert Halfer accountant.
okay,
And then
so
you,
that pay is now factored in that, did that 430 add that pay to that? What's that 430?
We don't need that anymore.
Yeah, no, but, so my question is, how are they being paid?
In the
From that
past,
line item?
no, in the past, before she was converted, she was basically being paid from accounting services 54112. After she was,
54112.
yes, after she was converted in October of 2024, she became administrative. Then her line item was taken out of 54006.
So do we keep that or is it in the administrative side? Okay. So we have separate salary lines, that's my question.
No,
Kind of
no,
like that.
but if you are converted, if you're a town employee, you go into 54006.
So
if
we
you're a
add that to
contractor-
that, then we have my trainer.
But if you're actually a contractor, you go under the county services admin at 54112.
So we heading that to the 54006.
I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Okay, we're paying accounting services, we're paying a employee. I mean, we're paying someone right now under accounting.
No, we're not. We're not paying anybody under that because the auction list has been converted to,
So is that 58,000?
that was
The
basically,
actual.
yeah, the actual was what we paid before she converted.
So
It was for
the
the end.
projection, okay, so the projection now is
Yeah.
factoring that. So do
No,
we
no, no,
still,
the projection of that is factoring the factor that we potentially might need
do
someone
we
like
still need the
Todd.
66,000?
Well, I'm just saying potentially we still need someone like Todd to oversee on a quarter basis. That's
So we're
my,
not doing that, we said.
I don't know what you guys decide on. I'm just, you
Well,
guys,
no, we haven't decided. Remember, we haven't decided how we
But we
say
have
it.
a treasurer. That was experienced with accountant's experience, so why would we still need?
Well, we haven't really made a decision.
No.
She just put it in there for now. Either way, we
I got
got.
Placeholder.
placeholder, yeah,
Yeah, just either way.
Since we haven't made a decision, yet,
Mhm.
at
Right,
least it's there.
just in case,
Exactly.
just in case.
yeah.
Okay, so what was that for 30 including?
430 was the,
Right here, the fee.
admin.
What was it including?
It includes basically the position, it's noted.
The admin
On your left.
position. Yeah, so she bumped it up from 424 to 430. Oh, we can't change the number.
So, okay.
No, we can't, you've been changing number all this time, it's been non-stop.
This is, so you don't need your health insurance increase, period?
But what we said was hoping to do is actually, so far it's been for a year now, so, what I'm hoping to do is just evaluate this on a quarterly basis. If we need to increase it, increase it, but I don't think we would need to, but if you want to increase it, that's fine, I will.
Cause are we paying, so what, this conversion, are we factoring the insurance for all of these things, these payment stuff?
Yeah, they've already been paying those health insurance.
Okay, so we are, so nothing's changed from before, because your health is normally a higher percentage, but okay. you
But
wanna
I can
keep it
change it,
less?
no, that's fine, I can change it, but what I'm saying to you is like, I think that's what Councilwoman did, Amanda did, buffered up a little bit.
For the salaries?
Yeah, that's what she did. So that just gives a little cushion just in case you need to.
So okay, so you said you can take your health benefits from your salaries.
But if we need to, if we need to.
So was this based on this is based on what you're planning,
Yes,
the salaries?
Yeah.
So you would need health benefits
I,
for them.
I understand,
So
but
we-
in
But
different
so still, it's not enough if you want to
She
bump
wants
up
a big-
$200,000 and then keep your health benefits like that.
Okay, what I'm saying to you is this, health benefits, is that based on your salary?
It's a percentage, right?
Okay, so if that's the case, then we need to bump it up, but originally I didn't have that idea until she just said it at 4:30, which I can actually go back and change that number again.
Whenever your salaries. go higher,
Yes.
you know.
So that's what I'm saying, like, because I had it lower,
Right.
she just nicely, kindly says, let's go up, so I did. So then I have to go back and change those numbers again, but that's what I said to, I just want to know is whatever you guys finalize, let me know so I can make the payments.
Okay, you just went up $30,000, right? She went up $200,000.
I have a question.
She called before.
Okay.
Okay, Ford, you yield?
Yes, I did.
Yes, ma'am. Councilman Nita, then a man. Councilman Nita?
Okay, my question is, like with these, we have a surplus. And Councilwoman Amanda's saying bump these things up for 2026. Does that surplus go back into our operating budget?
Yes, it does.
So it goes into the operating
Yes.
budget, so we don't have it in 26.
Nope. Basically on paper, we don't have it, but in the bank, we do. That's basically how it is.
See, now, just so you know,
Yeah.
if you have a surplus in your budget, it doesn't automatically go to your operating budget. It goes to your general fund
Yes.
after you have an audit for that fiscal
Yeah.
year. That's how it goes. Councilman Amanda, oh, you yield?
Yeah.
Councilman Amanda?
Okay, two things. I'm sorry, I just need to make sure I understand. When I suggested those increases in the salary line items, there was a difference. I was adding $110,000 to our expenses. Are we able to balance that with our revenue?
If we do not move any funds from this year to next, no, we cannot.
We can't, I understand correctly, we cannot move funds from this year to next. Is that correct?
The money that's from here, any surplus basically goes back to general fund. So on paper wise, basically you can, on paper wise, you can't move it. But realistically, you can because it's in your operation fund. The answer is no, we do not have the numbers here, if you add whatever you're adding,
Mhm.
I would
Is
have to
it
go
gonna
back and
make your-
rebalance it again.
Okay, so it's not gonna make our revenue and our expenses.
No.
Okay, so is there a way to do that?
Increase your revenue. Which means you increase your
Mhm.
numbers in terms of what you think will be potentially you'll be receiving. Because your expenses is also based on projection, therefore your revenue can also be based on like projection.
Okay.
It's all projection.
Let's go over there.
So
It's
I
all
think
projection.
That's true.
we just need clarity on really the police department, 'cause that's where the biggest jump was. It was the $60,000 difference, so. I'm sure you'll get that with him. My next question was, did we ever put into the expenses, projected cost for election?
I put that under marketing, 2,400. Is that enough or not enough? Marketing, there's a line, hold on one second, because we never use it. We didn't use it like, it's under mayor and council. Yeah, I don't know if that's enough. I never know.
I thought we had said that we were gonna look at what they had spent 3 or 4 years, however many years ago,
And then-
in 2022,
No one had, so it's right here.
so that we could have that
Twenty
in
eighteen, it was 20-some thousand.
Oh, gosh.
2018.
Okay, then, yeah, okay.
No, I might be wrong, Councilman. It was it 22 or 18?
17.
Could
Yeah,
have been
2018.
17.
You talking about the year? Oh,
Uh-huh.
2018.
Was 18 then?
Mhm.
And it was 20-some thousand.
I need to.
No, I think we decided not to do,
You know, when I did it, it was, that's why I'm asking the year. It was
Yeah,
20-some thousand because I know. Because we
No.
had, this is when I was on, too, not you.
2018.
We was on asking you what year.
You weren't.
What year? I'm asking what year? Cause it was,
You weren't. over
no,
the budget, though.
that lady,
Council.
y'all, that lady in from Connecticut,
Yes,
it was 20-some thousand.
We did
No.
that budget.
Not for the election in 2018.
It was for the election.
No, because we
Was
were
it
looking at the
22?
budget.
For the election in 2018.
Was it 22?
No.
We didn't get it in 2018.
Yeah.
Or was it 22? That's
It
what
was
I'm asking y'all.
22.
Okay,
22.
because it was 20-some thousand. I worked at some of those budgets. I know that. And y'all
Right.
paid her 20-some thousand. She came from Connecticut or what, that's what your, Connecticut or something with her team. And they set up the boxes over there in the police station. That was 20-some grand.
No, it wasn't. We reduced it to 17.
So you said
Okay.
2020.
I mean, that's fine, but I know it's 20-some
It
grand.
was 17 because she wanted something else and we decided to do a drop box for the police department. That's why it was
Yeah, before.
17.
That's why Councilman Amanda is saying,
For those
needs
who've
to
been on
go up.
council before, prior administration, which would be Williams, Councilman James and Mayor Monroe, what did you all spend on elections those years? Do you have any recollection of what was spent?
no, we used under 5,000 because we did PG County. And we did, they have, people who really do your elections for you, just have to sign up for them early. So ours was under like, I think it was, we should be 5,000 under that.
Yeah, we should do that.
And we had to, with the equipment and stuff like that, but it was.
Yeah.
So how much do you want a budget for the
Yeah,
year?
let me know.
5,000.
5,000?
I have no idea what.
I have no idea, just.
No, we didn't do 5, it was under 5.
Yeah, you gotta think, y'all.
Y'all
Something
do.
went up since.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, if you're doing a mailing, how much does that cost? If you're doing, was that like a debate? I remember doing a debate or something, a debate, was it like that?
No, the they didn't have.
Okay, what were you spending money on then?
We did the fire station debate. That was in 18.
That was-
That was in 18.
I was just telling you, I was thinking about that, because the last debate was downstairs, wasn't it? Okay.
Okay, tell me what you want, because right now at 54300, which is newsletter and marketing.
Since you
That's-
looking up everything, can't you look up and see how much a PG County charge?
That's what I'm looking now. Anyway, sorry, Gil, that's just my thought. I just want to make sure you're talking in.
Right now it's 2,400, but I assume that was enough, but nope, I guess you want 5,000, right?
That's why I said 5.
Okay, I'm doing 5,000, then I'm
Wow.
balance the
I
budget.
didn't say anything like that, but I'm just saying, I just said 5 to put it high.
But that was back then, 5,000.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
we didn't spend 5, I just said put it up there.
Or you just taking away, what you take away from the 20 that was spent then?
No, that was for outside company out of town to come in
Yeah.
and do the whole
Yeah, how much
selection
was that? That was
process.
a 15 or something?
That was 20 something. She said y'all
17.
reduced it, when you were on there,
Mhm.
it was reduced to 17. I didn't know all that.
Mhm.
But it was started, I remember.
So we taking them out because we're not gonna do
Right.
that.
Mhm.
You just put it somewhere else.
So you add a little more,
Yeah. So what you said, you do 7,000?
yeah, it's everything.
I say 10.
So
Be on the safe side.
Ridiculous to spend for.
For the election.
10,000.
Yeah.
No, but it says anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000.
What's 7 is
Seven.
comfortable, 7 is comfortable.
We don't have those type of.
Because we have a smaller municipality,
I know we
larger
have those.
municipalities are,
That's
you know,
what you
higher,
said should be good.
but.
Then why do we spend so much?
Where's the borough? I don't know why he did that.
Because they had someone come out of town.
Yeah, that.
She came
They
from
did the
Philadelphia.
Because we covered the state.
They were-
I don't know.
They were, approved. They are like a company that's approved by the government to do that. That's how Bev got it. That's what
Yeah, an
happened.
extension.
And it wasn't a lot in this area. That's why we had to get somebody with Connecticut or where, I know it was upstate.
I just.
And that was her charge. We had to pay for she had to pay for the travel. She had two of her guys come down. I remember all this. She had to pay for their travel, their gas, their overnight stay.
This view too.
All that was factored
We
in.
do anything local. Because we-
Please don't. Please
Who
don't.
has the floor?
Go through all-
George, who's got the floor?
Nobody.
You yield?
No.
You done? Where are we then?
Just talk.
We all
So
agree on an amount?
5,000, is that what yours, 7,000?
No, I
Okay.
said 7.
That's what I said.
Okay, so
Put 7 in there.
Okay, now what I'm saying
That would
is,
be, I put it
I
in
don't
line item
believe in one
54.
person. What is the
300.
consensus?
You gotta move the line.
No, let's do this.
I just need to change the name.
Joy,
Sorry.
I don't believe in one person. What is the consensus? I got 7 here, I got 5. Chu, you said what?
7.
Okay, so now we got 2 7s. Is that the consensus of the council? It's not one person, Joy. Everybody has to agree. Y'all wanna say 7? Man, Councilman Manning, what did you say? 7? Councilman Ford, what did you say?
7.
Okay, they say 7. Okay,
Okay, now that you're gonna balance it again, okay?
all right.
Full budget ain't
Poor
gonna
Joey.
make it.
I know.
Poor Jordan.
Okay, where are we, please?
I'll be ready to go home.
Okay, so,
Can she go? Cause she's sleeping over there. Let her go.
okay, yeah. Would you rather, you can move it.
She's sleeping.
Tired, huh?
She's not sleeping up, it's sitting
It's
there.
okay, go ahead, yeah, you can just, it's okay, well,
Let
just.
her go.
Let her know.
Is it not?
Well,
She gonna get
she's
not gonna hold them
no,
hostage.
she's in
can't.
the video.
Oh.
She's,
She can't go
making the
anywhere.
video.
Okay, so where are we now?
7,000 and that's it. And then my
Much as she
understanding
wants
is that I've got to find the money for the 7,000 for the election. And then basically I need to, how to balance the other additions.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm not gonna be able to balance that because I don't have revenue with that.
You have to tell us, T. Adrian, you're the CFO. You have to tell us what you can and you can't do with that budget. Bring it back to us and we will discuss it. That's all we can ask of you.
But I can tell you now, if you do not increase revenue based on what I think the projection, well, increase the revenue, we're not gonna be, because you keep on increasing
We know that.
expenses. And if we don't increase revenue, which means projected revenue,
We know,
I cannot balance.
we know that.
So she just told us then what she's
So
able.
what
and
can,
not
what
able
can-
to do.
that's what I'm saying. What can you do and what you can't do? That's it. If you can't do it, we have to work within the parameters of what we can do with the numbers.
Okay,
That's it.
I can remember.
Yes, ma'am.
So Joy's saying she knows that we cannot make it balanced without adding revenue.
Uh-huh.
I think we owe it to her to make that decision about what we're gonna do, because so does that mean we're gonna decrease some of these positions? Does that mean we're gonna inflate the revenue? What are we gonna do?
To me, we're gonna have to reduce some of the expenses. You don't wanna start inflating revenue. I mean, although we know revenue is nothing until you actually get it. We do know that. So we're gonna have to reduce some of those numbers you just gave her.
Yeah,
You yield, Councilman, for her to answer, Councilman Amanda?
My question is the mayor and council.
You want-
I mean, I was
gonna
gonna answer that question.
I have a
Okay,
question
okay.
to ask.
We can't, we say we're gonna do.
I can ask you that.
that.
I just want to ask a question. So basically, at the end of the day, if you guys look at the revenue, some of the revenues are very like deflated because you guys be very conservative. I get it. But, and then the thing is that a lot of expenses are actually very much inflated. So my question to you is like, will you be able to tell me what those numbers that you guys can live and live without today? Because then, or else we're gonna have to go another round of this. So that's why you're just like, Joy, you keep on giving me numbers. That's because I keep on getting numbers.
That's a fair question.
How we do that with that form?
Tell me. No. Tell me. Okay, without me going through this for the 255th time. Tell me, that was my sarcasm. Tell me where you, no, that's fine. Tell me where you see the problems. Insofar as, because everybody's talking, so you tell me where you see that we're gonna have a problem. Which line? You know, based on what you were just told, which lines are you gonna have a problem with? Which line items?
Well,
Is it a
actually,
salary line item?
it's not just salary, it's across the board, right? Because,
No, we haven't changed the numbers across the board.
but you're adding additional expenses.
No, it's not across the board. It's only like 5 or 6 items. So tell me which ones we're gonna have a problem with. And we're gonna have to think about reducing it. That's what I'm telling you.
Councilwoman Anita.
That's actually.
Can I say that?
No, let me finish, please.